Millions of men trade their work clothes for aprons.
Going backwards, they're retreating. Last 3 runs have been minus 12 yards, and they're down to 8 total yards rushing. Aliquippa with 83 dominating that statistical category. First and 10, 8:13 left. First half. Long pass, and there's Papio, and Patillo is into the end zone, touchdown. And that's what we were talking about. Billingsley. There was a guy in there, and everybody was looking for him, and that's a 52-yard touchdown. And an outstanding pass and catch combination as Aliquippa on top, 13-7. And number 21 strikes again.
All right, that is exactly what Frank Morocco told us they would do when they saw tight coverage on the wideouts. It's automatic streak. They audible at the line of scrimmage. And there's Patillo one-on-one on the sideline. Joseph airs it out at the 21-yard line. Patillo for the score. Interesting, ironic. Number 21 caught the ball at the 21-yard line.
That happened fast, and that's what Aliquippa is capable of doing. And people were looking for Billingsley in there, and all of a sudden, one-on-one coverage, as Randy mentioned, Patillo was wide open, and Joseph put it right there. Kick is up, and this time no good, as it misses to the left, and that could turn out to be a critical miss. Aliquippa now leading 13-7. Outstanding play right down the sidelines, and that's what Frank was talking about, and here it is. One-on-one coverage, and you're not going to stop these guys one-on-one.
And that's not Frank Morocco football. That's all-time Aliquippa football. Ever since Don Yanessa became the coach out there, because of the skilled players that Aliquippa has had over the years, of speed, it's automatic. Boom. They see that one-on-one, they go. And Frank Morocco says, I'm not going to change that. It's been successful for years. If you're going to be smart enough or dumb enough to go out and play one-on-one with my kids, we're going to take you down the sideline.
And that they did. 6 quick points. And what was a 7-0 deficit is now a 13-7 lead as Aliquippa reaches back for something extra. Joseph. And I'll tell you what, he didn't show any signs of inexperience there. He put that pass right on the money. And when your guy beats the secondary guy, it makes it pretty easy.
Well, you know, Aliquippa football over the years has been a very tough, hard-nosed tradition. And the impressive thing, again, was after Elder scored, Aliquippa came right back down the field with a long, sustained march, and now they strike quickly. And that's what Aliquippa can do. They can drive it on you or strike right at the heart.
That's right. So quickly we were looking down. As soon as we looked up, the ball was in the air. It's in the end zone. Timmy Patillo, big day so far. Making some tackles, 2 touchdowns, 1 running, 1 passing.
Thus far, what a debut for Frank Morocco.
Looking good. Zaskew kicks it away. And it's going to bounce and be taken at the 10-yard line. Jeff Patillo. Patillo is out across the 20. And hit by Thompson. Penalty flag down. Might have a clip against the Panthers, and that might set them back deep in their own territory. We'll have to wait and see. Kenneth Thornton was there to make the original hit. As the officials discuss it, talking with the Quips.
My, how the momentum has changed. And right now, everything going for Aliquippa. 7:58 to go in the first half. And the Quips would like nothing more than right now to pin Elder back deep. Either force a turnover or forcing the punt, get the ball back, and things could be real rosy for the Quips at halftime.
Momentum has clearly swung in favor of the Quips, and it didn't start that way. It took some hard work, but now they have Elder pinned back all the way back. Right about the 10-yard line, inside the 10, as a matter of fact.
On the return. Look for Aliquippa right now, Bob, to go and gamble on defense. Look for them to bring the linebackers, shoot the cornerbacks on the cornerback fire. They want to cause a turnover right here and go for the jugular vein.
And with a 6-point cushion and deep in the other team's territory, you can do that. You can roll the dice a bit. Pitch to Huber. Nowhere to go for Mr. Huber. He had some early game success, but Arno Askew was there, as well as 3 or 4 other members of the Quips. And right now, the Elder crowd has been silenced a bit, shocked a bit.
Just a super job by Arno Askew at his defensive end spot. Came out, took on the blocker head-on, one-on-one, fought off the blocker, and then made the tackle.
Arno Askew has been doing it all. Defensively, there he is, beats his blocker and fights off the lead block right there, and does a great job of getting to Huber.
You can't do it any better than that, Bob.
2nd and 9 from the 11. 7 minutes left, first half. Aliquippa holding on to a 13-7 lead. Half back, eludes some of the rush, but then he's buried over at the 10. Another loss of 1. James Tigner was there to apply the pressure and record the sack. And Aliquippa is all of a sudden getting the pressure that they wanted. And Pap had nowhere to go. He looked for a quick out. It was covered, and all of a sudden he is buried over by black shirts.
They are winning the battle up front at the line of scrimmage. They are coming across the neutral zone first, and when you do that 3 times out of 4, you're going to win.
Tigner has had a good game. It's his 4th tackle of the night. Half now, forced with a 3rd and 10 from his own 10. Drops straight back. Here comes the pressure again. Aliquippa gambling. Pass is complete to Huber, but he's going nowhere again. Aliquippa, some tremendous defensive play. There's a flag in the end zone. Laterne Beasley was there to make the stop, but there is a flag in the end zone. And it looks like it's going against the Quips, I believe.
Well, they would have had Elder forced to punt the football from in the end zone, but it's going to be a break for the Panthers, roughing the quarterback on Aliquippa. And they read that screen pass superbly. Making the tackle was Brian Elmore, but it goes for naught, as Elder will come up with a first down on the roughing the passer call.
That's just a mistake that's made with a lot of aggressive behavior. And I'm sure as a coaching staff, they like that. They like to be aggressive. If you're going to make mistakes, make them like that.
But sometimes as a coach, you can say, okay, it's a mistake, but the quarterback is going to remember that maybe the next time he's back there to pass. And when you're ahead by 13-7, sometimes you can afford a penalty like that. That might be a statement penalty.
Could be. Does move the ball out to the 25. 1st and 10 for Elder, and what looked like a 4th and long turns into a 1st and 10. Big break for the Panthers as the drive remains alive. Penalties so far: 3 for 30 for the Quips, 2 for 15 for the Panthers. Path again, play action, and he is hit from behind. Ball is loose, and I believe it was blown dead. Sean Durham, number 62, was one of those there. Ball is at the 16-yard line.
They call it a fumble ball. Elder luckily recovers the ball, but he is hit from the blind side.
Yeah, that looked like a forward pass motion, but whatever the event, Elder does retain possession. Looked like his hand was in motion.
Sean Durham right there, 62, made the hit from behind on the blind side. I think the ball popped loose before Paff's arm came forward. I think it was a good call.
2nd and 19. Handoff. Again, nothing there, and the Quips are all over the Panthers at this point. Again, it's Mr. Durham who is there to greet Mr. Huber, and Durham has been in, as well as Tigner, I'm sorry. 62 and 82 have been all over the Panthers, and James Tigner, that's his 4th tackle as well, so he's all over the field.
You know, you watch, and I'll do it on this play. Watch one of the Aliquippa players after Path hands off the ball or after he throws it. Aliquippa is going after Path, the quarterback. That time, Askew put a lick on him after he made the handoff.
Sending more messages. The Aliquippa defense, 3rd and 22. So again, Elder continues to retreat. Rolling right is Path, looking downfield. Fires long, has a man, overthrows the intended receiver. Kenneth Thornton was there defensively, made a nice play. Tom Gross was the man for which the ball was intended, but it went over his head. Nice defensive play, and it is 4th and long now, and Elder will have to punt from deep in their own territory.
Ideal situation for Aliquippa. They're going to get the ball somewhere near midfield. They forced Elder to punt from their own 13-yard line. 4:35 on the clock. A lot of time, I have a feeling Aliquippa will run a return here. They will not go for the block.
Set up some good field position. Attila is one of those men deep. He has been red hot, and they're trying to kick away. It's a bad kick, wobbly kick. It bounces at the 30 and takes a quick bounce inside the 30, and it's going to be down at the 31-yard line. So Aliquippa with outstanding field position at the 31, trying to increase what is right now a 13-7 lead. We'll be back in just a moment.
5, 6, 7, 8. Can't stop it. A bebop it. For this kind of thirst, you just can't stop it. Can't beat it. Can't beat the real thing. Coca-Cola Classic. Can't beat the feeling.
Available at Far More, where Far More's power buying gives you far more buying power.
In business, looks can be deceiving. You know it's really a jungle out there. Danger lurks at every turn. If you can't compete, you could be eaten alive. Fortunately, there's a solution. Cable AdNet, affordable television advertising on America's favorite cable networks. Yes, it's a jungle out there, so don't take chances. Call Cable AdNet, advertise on cable, and get an edge on the competition.
It's a Sunday night NFL schedule jammed with key interdivisional rivalries. Sunday night NFL returns November 5th when the Cowboys face the Redskins. Live on ESPN.
You don't know how magnificent U.S. prime beef can be till you've been to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, home of serious steaks.
While we were away, we missed one play, and it was a big one for Elder. Matt Bonhoss recovered a Billingsley fumble, and Elder has the ball back at the 31, so it looked like a promising situation for the Quips. Goes for naught.
What has been a tradition of Aliquippa football, either after a turnover or after a break, they try to come up with a big play. That play was designed to be a halfback option pass. Billingsley wanted to throw it down the right sideline. His intended receiver was going to be Ezzie Jones. Jones was covered. Billingsley turned it up under, lost the football, and a break for Elder.
That's the thing that Aliquippa wants to use. Billingsley can throw the ball, but he's so quick that you got to watch him for the run. So Elder takes advantage as Billingsley lost handle of the football. They have it at the 31. And they avoid what could have been a disastrous situation. Half back to pass. Looks over the middle. Has a man. And that's Huber out of the backfield. He gets to the 39 to the 40-yard line before he's knocked down by the Quips. Tia was there. Path that time got ample time back there by the offensive line as the Quips could not penetrate. Timmy Patilla was the one who came up and made the stop.
It was a short pocket pass out in the flat. Doesn't take a lot of time, but what Aliquippa wants to do now, Bob, is keep the receivers and the running backs inside the boundaries so the clock continues to run.
And that clock says 3:10, and it's ticking. 2nd and 2 for the Panthers at the 40. And Huber. Huber goes outside, has a couple of opportunities, and Huber now breaks into Aliquippa territory inside the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, and Huber is going to go in for the touchdown, and he breaks it big as he got through the Aliquippa line, then the secondary, a 60-yard touchdown for Huber, and that's what they said he can do, and he shows it right there with the speed to the outside, and all of a sudden, Elder has pulled into a tie.
When the Aliquippa coaches look at this game film, they're going to see numerous missed tackles, and this never should have been a 60-yard touchdown run, even though it was a great effort by the running back.
You can see Thornton right there missing one as he went up high. He should have gone low. Huber makes him pay as he outraces John Durham into the end zone for the touchdown that has pulled Elder into a tie, 60 yards on the touchdown. And I'll tell you, he made a lot of outstanding moves right there. Dan McCluskey with a point, and it is no good. So like Aliquippa, Elder also misses a point after touchdown, and we are tied at 13 after that scintillating run. And I'll tell you, that's as good as you're going to see. We thought we saw a lot with Passmore and White in the first game, but watch the moves by Mr. Huber.
I don't want to take anything away from Huber. He is an outstanding runner and a very good run here. Great block there on the inside. But, again, Aliquippa misses tackles. There's two right there, Patilla and Billingsley, and there Thornton comes in high, and then Huber does the rest. But Aliquippa may look back on that to be a very key run at the end of this football game.
So with 2:51 remaining, Elder has turned a bad situation into a big plus. Just moments ago, bad field position. Aliquippa had it 1st and 10 at the Elder 31. Aliquippa fumbles. A couple of plays later, it's Huber taking it in from 60 yards. One of the best runs that we have seen in this early season. 68 yards on 2 plays, and that's striking as quickly as Aliquippa struck.
By far the most competitive game of the day thus far, Bob. And this one, with still a half to go in 2:51 and this the first half, we could be on our way to a possible overtime situation. Reminder, Ohio high school rules apply. We will play an overtime session if the game ends in a tie.
Elder kicking off, and it hits one of the Aliquippa up men. Bounces around. Billingsley finally takes it to 25. He has nowhere to go and is finally buried under at the 27-yard line. And again, we talked about momentum, and all of a sudden it has switched and gone back to Elder. Jason Aspinwall was there to make the stop on Billingsley. And there again is that quick scoring drive. 2 plays, 68 yards in 1 minute, 20 seconds. Huber with the 60-yard touchdown run.
Let's see what Frank Morocco does offensively here. Does he wrap it up and try to run out the clock, or try to put some points on the board before the end of the first half?
Joseph, who just struck with a long touchdown pass to Patilla. This time, hands up straight ahead. Not much there. A couple of yards for the Quips up the middle. Myers Matt Mazzaro was there to make the tackle for Elder.
We'll be under 2 minutes to go when the Quips snap the football here on second down. And it has been an outstanding first half of football. The momentum has swung back and forth 3 or 4 times. And right now, we're a dead-even football game. This is an outstanding high school contest.
As you mentioned, certainly the best of the day so far. Another 3 pretty well lopsided games. Joseph back to pass. The lefty looks downfield, has a man, but Smith has to go in and out of his hands. The ball was actually behind Smith. Could not make the reception, and that will bring up a 3rd and 6. And Joseph had him there, but just could not make that reception.
The outstanding effort by Smith downfield. And Aliquippa calls the timeout, Bob. They're going to talk things over. 1:42 to go. And if they don't move the sticks, Elder's going to get an opportunity to have the football before the end of the half.
That's right, and field position again becomes very big with 1:42 left. If they hold them here, chances are they're going to get that field position right around their own 40-yard line. And with a guy like Path, he can move the ball very quickly, as we just saw. That one play obviously made a difference in that graphic. Elder was retreating. They had 8 yards at one point, and they got even worse than that when in minus yardage, and now they're at 51, due largely to a 60-yard run by Huber.
There you see Frank Morocco was an assistant coach at Aliquippa, went over to Ambridge as head coach for 10 years, has been out of coaching for 10 years. His longtime buddy, Don Yanessa, moves on to Baldwin High School. Aliquippa School Board did not go searching for a coach. They went right to Frank Morocco and said, "You're the man we want."
They wasted no time, and Morocco said, "Yes, I'll take it." Total yards, Aliquippa 140, Elder 101 thus far, and that's getting closer. That statistical category. Joseph now a little pop pass intercepted by Elder. And making that interception is Kevin Espelage. And you talk about a turn of momentum. 1 minute 35 seconds left, and Elder is deep in Aliquippa territory. And watch it again. You can see he never saw him. And he makes the interception, and Elder is in striking distance.
Little jump pop pass by Joseph, picked off, and Elder is in business at the 25-yard line.
Kevin Espelage, a junior, and he's a backup quarterback as well. And he showed that he knew how to read that play. Pass now, scrambling for his life. Looking into the end zone, has a man down there, and the pass is knocked down at the last minute by Therese Smith, who made a nice defensive play. Path had a man, and he was scrambling for his life. The pressure being applied there by Sean Durham for Aliquippa. Kevin Martin was the man on the other end. And Martin was the man who came up with the touchdown reception earlier for Elder. That time he was looking for another, but a good defensive play by Mr. Smith.
That time again, Path rolling to the left. Tough for a right-handed quarterback to do. Put it on the money.
2nd and 10 now. 1:15 left, first half. Elder again looking downfield. The pass is going to be deflected again. And a nice defensive play by Thornton for Aliquippa, as Huber was the intended receiver out of the backfield. But again, tough defensive pressure. Thornton shaking his head. He should have had that one too. Went right through his hands. Pass actually behind Huber. And Elder's very lucky they didn't come away with a turnover there.
This is a tough spot defensively for Aliquippa to be in. Only on the 25-yard line. An outstanding passing quarterback. Has the entire field to work with, including the end zone.
3rd and 10. Big play. They need some yardage if they're thinking field goal. Certainly a lot of yardage for that. Huber in motion. Path back to pass. Good protection from the offensive line. Path now rolling left. Being pursued. Outruns the pursuit. Throws into the end zone. Has a man. It's deflected at the last moment again. And they're looking for a penalty flag, Elder fans, but good defensive pressure again by number 2, the man on the spot, Therese Smith, and he's been all over the place. Kevin Martin again looking for that pass reception.
There again, you see Path throw the ball with authority, rolling to the left. He's a darn good quarterback, but Aliquippa is playing outstanding defense in the secondary.
Very close in the end zone. Fans here looking at the replay up on the board. Thought it should have been pass interference, but it looks like a pretty good call, though. The ball went in and out of the hands of Kevin Martin, normally a sure-handed receiver. That would have been a tough catch. But it sets up 4th and 10, and Elder will go for it.
You got to remember, the ball, when it's in the air, also has a right. The defensive man has that right.
Twin backs. His path looks again down deep. Has a man over the middle. And it's good for a first down inside the Aliquippa 10-yard line. And that is Jeff Totillo. And Datillo is one of the guys who Path loves to look for out of the backfield. 19 yards.
Nice job by Elder. They flooded the far left, and then they came back over the middle. Waited for it to clear, and there's the receiver coming back over the middle.
Talk about a tough play. That's it. 4th down and 10. Aliquippa would have been out of serious problems had they had stopped them, but they convert on 4th and 10, and when you got a guy like Path, you're going to be able to do that.
Split the seam of the defense. Excellent offensive play. The conception of that play was done superbly by the Elder Panthers. 1st and goal at the 7. And remember, Aliquippa was on top 13-7 after going down 7-0. And as we talked about, the switch of the momentum back and forth. And right now, Elder has a chance to go to the locker room with a big halftime lead. Big in the terms of mentally big.
Absolutely. Could have been worse. It was 13-7. Aliquippa knocking on the door, and they turned everything around, and they could have the lead, and that would be a big swing of the momentum. And you can see, as you were looking at the sidelines there, Elder, it looks like they have an army of players. When you look comparatively with Aliquippa, it must be 4-1 over there. 95
players dressed. Aliquippa, with their boys enrollment, over 40% of the entire enrollment of boys in high school play football.
That speaks volumes about their athletic ability and the commitment Aliquippa has. It's 1st and goal from the 7. High formation. Path again back to pass. Path rolling right this time. Path looking into the end zone is going to tuck it away and keep it. He's inside the 5 and knocked out of bounds at the 3-yard line. And Path made a good decision there because the coverage was there for Aliquippa in the end zone. But Path paid the price but got some good yardage down to the 3.
Sean Durham almost gets him in the backfield. Durham just a step too slow to catch him from behind. Here he is breathing down his heels. A good block on Askew. And then Path turns it up and is knocked out of bounds, which is important for Elder because it stops the clock.
Yes, 46 seconds remaining in the first half. It's 2nd, and they mark it at the 2-yard line, so it's 2nd and goal from the 2. Elder knocking on the door, and we can look for maybe Mr. Huber again to come into focus. Huber just with that 60-yard touchdown run. He's the guy they like to go to in short yardage situations.
Well, they also have 2 timeouts left, Bob, so they can afford to run a couple of plays inside and not be worried about the clock.
And we might have a delay of game or some encroachment. And it looks like it might go on Elder. Aliquippa.
Half the distance puts it at the 1.
Encroachment number 5.
Arnaud Askew was the man.
Neutral zone violation. Frank Morocco not happy.
Makes it 1 yard easier for Elder. 46 seconds left in this first half. We're tied at 13. 2nd and goal from the 1 as you look right down deep behind the Aliquippa defensive line. 3 men in the backfield now. And off to Huber, and he stopped short by the Aliquippa defense. Huber is the man they're keying on. And he's very close, and it looks like Elder is going to use one of their 2 timeouts. Just 36 seconds left. Elder knocking on the door. And we talked about momentum. How important would it be for Aliquippa to come up with a big goal line stand right here and get away with nothing?
Well, very big it would be, but right now, Elder has a decision to make. If they don't get the touchdown, will they go for the field goal or go for the 6? Now, you always want to come away with something when you're down close, but that rule doesn't necessarily apply in high school football. It all depends on how good the place kicker is for your school. And Elder will have that decision to make. It's 3rd down and goal at the 1. And I've got a feeling with Elder's offensive line, if they don't get the touchdown on this play, they'll call timeout and still go for the 6 on 4th down. I don't think they'll go for the field goal. Their kicking game is not that strong.
That was in evidence earlier when Dan McCluskey missed the point after touchdown. And when you're down this deep, you have 2 shots at it, you're right. Most of the time you're going to go for it, unless you have that automatic kicker, and that's very rare in high school football.
But then again, they may run the ball off left tackle, which if they don't get in the end zone would set the ball back in the middle of the field, and then they may go for it. Let's wait and see.
Again, 3 men in the backfield, half at quarterback. 3rd and goal from the 1. Pass straight up the middle, touchdown. The Panthers, and Jim Huber does it again, scoring from short distance after that 60-yard electrifying touchdown run. And the Panthers go in after that interception, and they make it stand up pretty big. They now lead 19-13. big block there by Matt Von Haas, who is known really for his defense, but Von Haas cleared the way for Huber that time, made it easy for the running back who got the 1-yard touchdown. McCluskey this time is perfect. The extra point is good, and with just 33 seconds left before halftime, Elder has jumped out to a 20-13 lead, taking advantage of some Aliquippa turnovers and mistakes. And there it is again. Great penetration by the offensive line, and Huber had it pretty easy. Straight up the gut, and there was no stopping Huber on this play.
Off right tackle, Timmy Patilla came up at the line of scrimmage to meet the ball carrier at the goal line. He was no match for Huber. He bowls him over, and Elder has a 7-point lead with 33 seconds left in the first half.
So Aliquippa now looking to get some kind of big play, and they certainly have the athletes capable. But time might be a factor here with just 33 seconds left, and momentum now is a big thing. Aliquippa had things right where they wanted them, deep in Elder territory, looking for perhaps a 2-touchdown lead. They make a critical mistake on a fumble by Billingsley, then an interception, and it results in 2 touchdowns.
But still, down 7-0 or by 7 at the half is not that big of a problem for Aliquippa. Frank Morocco in his debut, this team, the first game they've played without Don Yanessa, when they go into the locker room, they're going to say, hey, still no problem. We're in this ball game. Let's go back out in the second half and win the second half.
McCluskey set to kick it off. It goes right down the middle. Eric Billingsley is there at the 15. Billingsley now trying to find some territory, some running room out across the 25 to about the 30-yard line. Aliquippa will have 70 yards to go in just 26 seconds if they want to tie this game. Brian Brogan was there on the special teams, and there's the drive. Again, a quickie, 7 plays, 26 yards, a minute 2. Capped by the 1-yard run by Huber.
One error in the scoreboard operator here at the stadium.
Yes.
They credit Tony Dorsett being a native of Aliquippa. He is, but not a graduate of Aliquippa High School, and it says that he graduated from Aliquippa.
And
But
we all
Mike
know
Ditka
he
did. That's
graduated from Hopewell High School.
correct. Who went there?
Who went there? I don't know. Up the middle handoff, and Aliquippa appears to be content with just running it off. There is a fumble, but the referee says it's down, and time has expired in this first half. A seesaw battle from Riverfront Stadium. Aliquippa trailed early, came back with 2 touchdowns, and then Elder countered with 2 of their own. And thus your score, 20-13. Both teams have missed a point after touchdown. Let's take you down on the field right now. Gil Lucas standing by with a guest.
The coach Aliquippa right here, and Coach, when I saw that group coming out there, it looked like a Panther division. I never saw so many players in my life coming out there.
Well, right now, we're not too happy about our play right now. We're making too many damn mistakes to be a football team.
Well, you have just the two turnovers and the 2 scores.
Yeah, but they turn into big plays for them. We got to cut down on our mistakes right now. Right now, we got a couple people hurt, and that bothers me.
Well, okay, Coach, good luck for the second half. We're rooting for you. Okay, Bob, we'll back up to you. That was Coach. Obviously, he's not real happy with what is happening out there with the turnovers, but we got another 24 minutes to play in this game. So back to you, Bob Pompiani.
All right, Gil Lucas, thank you very much. Yes, another half is coming your way on KBL. After 1 half from Riverfront and the Buddy LaRosa Classic, it's Elder 20, Aliquippa 13. We'll be back with more right after this.
The ultimate driving machine. What a luxury car should be. Engineered like no other car in the world. These days, it seems that every luxury automaker has some sort of impressive slogan. But there's one claim that makes all the others seem insignificant. A claim that no automaker but Acura is entitled to make. #1 in customer satisfaction, 3 years in a row.
Hi, this is Tommy with a baseball dilemma. You can get this at the ballpark. That's not a problem. And this guy here, it's yours. And over here, look at this shirt. You ever seen a shirt like that? That's beautiful. But the question is, pal, how are you going to get all this stuff out of the ballpark and into the Tommymobile? How are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? There it is. That's the answer.
On Backpack Day, the first 15,000 fans, 12 and under, get a backpack courtesy of Campbell's. Call for tickets or stop by the box office 9 till 6.
Hey, you guys got any of the supersized backpacks, huh? Huh? Look out.
Walt Disney World and Epcot Center are for people of all ages. And this year, Orlando, Florida is rated as the #1 family and individual vacation place in the entire U.S.